All righty, the socialist Frankenstein bill is dead, but they're still killing fossil fuels. That ain't good. Let's talk about it. North Dakota Senator Kevin Cramer, Senate Banking and Budget Committees. Mr. Cramer, welcome back. As always, sir, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
We can bury the bill, and that puts me in a very good mood. You too, I'm sure. But all this stuff that they did, you know, the Keystone Pipeline, raising drilling fees, they want to tax oil and gas. The methane thing, they might try to do that as an executive order for something temporary. Increase in drilling fees, as I said. No drilling in Anwar, or at least part. I mean, they've already done so much damage.
Well, they have, Larry, and let's face it, they'd love to do more, obviously. They believe that by choking the supply, that somehow they're going to diminish the demand. And, of course, we know that's not the case. Demand is rising all over the world for the type of energy that we produce in the United States of America. In fact, what they're really doing is making us dependent once again on foreign sources of energy, including, the greatest amounts of oil from Russia that we've ever imported, or natural gas that we've ever imported, is coming into the United States now from Russia. Absolutely no sense whatsoever. And there's lots of ways to solve this problem. They're doing it exactly the opposite way.
Senator Cramer, so there was $550 billion of subsidies, the so-called Green New Deal, in this bill. Now, question, sir. So the bill's dead and gone. You think the 550 will stay dead and gone, or can they sneak it in? I mean, it's just a bunch of subsidies, right?
It is, but, the tax code is very complex, as you know, and there are tax credits. Remember, one of the things they want to do is extend the production tax credit for solar energy for 10 years. Never mind that 75% of the value chain in solar energy comes from China. Again, help our adversaries, but hurt ourselves. They can do things in the tax code, perhaps. They can try to pass things on a tax extender package at the end of the year. I think the tax code can be sort of a wonderful tool for doing the right thing, but you have to do things in a way that is, in my view, at least, fuel neutral. You shouldn't pick the winners and losers like the federal government wants to do. That's why 45Q for carbon capture, utilization, and storage is something that I support. Wind and solar have had decades of production tax credits that have elevated that energy source to a height that they would never have gotten to in a free market system. I think we ought to take a look at the entire tax code and see if we can't find a reasonable way between people on the left and the right to be fuel neutral and maybe pick some standard. Maybe how about an American standard where we do produce energy cleaner and greener than pretty much everywhere else in the world, and let that be the standard and help people get there without picking the winning formula and the losing formula.
Well, listen, as you and I both well know, there's a fellow who always talked about America first, and that includes energy. All kinds of energy, you're right. I mean, Manchin wanted either the tax credits out or the tax credits would apply to all the above. And I think he was right on that, wasn't he?
I think he's exactly right on that. And back to the America First message of President Trump, he was exactly right. He didn't pick the winners and losers. He wanted America first. If we want to do solar energy and it works here, great. But let's bring the manufacturing of the entire value chain into the United States. Let's do the mining for the critical minerals in the United States. We're going to do it better. We're going to do it cleaner, more efficiently. We're going to do it with a great deal more freedom. And we're going to be able to export not only the products, but export the technologies and the innovation that can only be developed here in the United States of America as long as we don't kill the innovator in the process. But remember that the Biden crowd, they just want to kill fossil fuels. It's not emissions that they're concerned about. Otherwise, you wouldn't have John Kerry running over to Asia, running to Japan and telling our allies, don't buy American energy, buy it from Vladimir Putin, or green lighting Nord Stream 2, where Vladimir Putin's natural gas emits 41% more greenhouse gas emissions than American natural gas through the life cycle. I mean, some of this stuff is pure nonsense. America First works because we're the best at it.
There you go. I don't even think he's green lighting. I think he's mostly gaslighting, Senator Cramer, but I'm flat. Listen, we have so much more to talk about. Can you help me on Sunday? I'm going to help Maria out. I'm going to host her show on Sunday on Fox FNC. If you'd help me out, I would be really, really grateful. And we could have more time to talk through this stuff. We have much more to do.
I love to do it, Larry. I don't even know what I'm doing in the next hour, but please, I've got your cell number. I'll check check at the home front and text you.
Thank you, Senator. You're the best of the
All right,
best.
buddy.
Merry Christmas, sir.
You're the best.